there will come a point where you're just going to have to ask yourself, why are you feeling so indecisive? Where is this indecisiveness coming from? What is making you feel so indecisive? And that in particular, it's going to be quite evident when it comes to the 16th, 17th, 18th, and the 19th of July 2022, because then you're going to be facing the actual situation, which is just going to, on one hand, open your eyes, but it's also at the same time going to make you question so much about life, so much about your spiritual journey. And this in itself, it's also bringing you a very powerful revelation, my gorgeous Leo, indeed. And that in itself is going to reflect on you in such a way where you still are going to be feeling so indecisive. But once you really kind of start thinking about what exactly it's making you feel so indecisive, you are gonna have one of the biggest surprises of your life, because at that moment in time you're going to send a message to the universe, and this is going to get back to you like, my God, almost immediately within the next 2 or 3 days. This is like literally immediately going to get back to you, and suddenly you're gonna realize something that you knew all along. But most importantly, this is going to put you directly on the path where you should be, because it's at the same time going to provide you with a spiritual shortcut. This is a very important stage, because suddenly you are going to be facing the part of your life that it's going to become super attractive, but at the same time, slowly but surely, that indecisiveness that was holding you back is about to disappear. My name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Leo, and it's for July 2022. So this monthly horoscope tarot card forecast is for you, my gorgeous Leone, and it's for July 2022. When it comes to the actual numerology, your number is number 229. This is a very important number, especially when it comes to you realizing, what was exactly creating a problem in your life. And it also means that there is going to be a bit of an element of surprise. And this is only happening because you are going through your own a little spiritual awakening, and this is only the beginning. In the month of July, you're gonna make one of the greatest progresses of your life. And also, it's not gonna seem so at the time. It's not going to seem like, oh my God, so big, so important. But this is when things are going to become really interesting for you, because both July and August are going to be ridiculously connected. So what you're going to start in July, it's going to already like really explode in the actual August 2022. And this doesn't surprise me at all, because this is your time. This is when you are in your element when it comes to the actual August. This is the time when your vibration rises quite a lot, and it's also the time when you get the necessary confidence in order to make quite big decisions in your life. Normally, sometimes when we are facing such a big decisions in your life, this would really kind of put you off. But then when the balance is absolutely right, you're just able to connect from such a much more powerful perspective, much higher angle, because you're elevated. And once you elevate yourself, you're just able to see so much that you didn't see before. So pay attention to the actual idea that you are going to have on the actual 26th of July. On the 26th of July, there is going to be a very unusual idea that you are going to have. And I say unusual idea because just suddenly out of the blue, you're going to feel such a strong and powerful connection to do something that you've never done before, to try something that you've never done before. And this is all also a great sign of your own spiritual awakening. So it's important to also kind of explore throughout July and August, my gorgeous Leone, as much as you possibly can. What this number in numerology also means that you are really kind of gonna find yourself, what I mentioned at the beginning of this reading, you are going to find yourself being rather indecisive. And this indecisiveness, it's kind of gonna affect you negatively, of course, especially when it comes to the certain proceedings, and especially when it comes to you feeling reluctant. And that reluctance that you're gonna feel, it's a lot to do with the worries, and it's a lot to do with your own instability, it's a lot to do with your own financial situation and the financial security. I'm talking along those lines. This is something that it's actually going to be worrying you quite a lot, and it's going to make you to be pretty much so indecisive in proceedings. But then on another hand, what else is going to cause this? It's just basically this indecisiveness is going to make things a little bit unclear to you, and this is also going to kind of really contributing to kind of you being as indecisive, even more indecisive. And now what is actually going to happen, it's going to be really amazing message, an incredible message that you're actually going to get. And that message is going to be really beginning of something. This message is really going to come out of the blue, and it's going to surprise you when it comes to July. And the message is really going to surprise you in such a way, it's like, oh my God, your own success is going to shot up. This is a very good sign that your own success is going to shot up. It's just something, this message is something that you were kind of waiting for, but you do not understand how powerful this is actually going to be. You're going to feel so much different when you hear this message. And you know why? Because it's to do with your own success, my gorgeous Leone, whether you believe this or not. This is important. Just you believing this at this moment in time, it's already opening you up. You're already like a halfway there, and you're not believing this, then you're just slowing yourself down. So you must remember to believe in yourself no matter what, my gorgeous Leone, okay? The only way forward after this moment in time, it's you basically believing in yourself. So this message is going to surprise you because it's to do with your progress, but it's to do with the sudden progress. So it's things that you have been working on, things that you wanted to achieve, things where you wanted to get in life, but this is very, very important to you. And that message is going to surprise you because the success is going to be much greater, much more powerful than you could have possibly imagined at this moment in your life. I can tell you that you were waiting for this like probably a little bit later on. So it's all happening a little bit sooner. It's all happening a little bit quicker. And that in itself, it's really going to, that progress, sudden progress, sudden movement, it's really going to allow you to make an important decision. So there you go, that indecisiveness. Bye-bye, darling, because you are slowly but surely moving on the next stage of your life, next stage of your spiritual journey. It's pretty much so. After this moment in time, a lot is going to happen kind of in your life. A lot is going to unfold pretty rapidly. I can tell you this because almost immediately you will know that there is something very kind of big, a big part of your life you will just want to kind of abandon, literally. You will be able to tell that something slowly is coming to an end. But in order to highlight this situation kind of a bit more for you, my gorgeous Leone, it was all over the last 4 months. This was pretty much so on your mind quite a lot. Things didn't take their own turn, and things kind of in a sense of the actual speed, the things didn't happen the way you wanted them to happen, and this affected you. And like when I say that things didn't happen the way you wanted them to happen, it's more like about timing than anything else. Just out of the blue, like within the last 4 months, not only the last 4 months, but within the last like about 7 or 8 months, there was a lot that changed, in your life that affected your way of planning. But it's all about kind of moving the boundaries a little bit and understanding that certain things are going to be absolutely fine, but it's just going to take a little bit longer. But then something is really going to kind of really come to an end in the form of the actual abandonment. But I'm telling you that this is pretty much so very important for you to understand. This abandonment is more to do with your spirituality than anything else, really. So something was really kind of affecting you in terms of like a negative energy when it comes to being a downer. I'm not saying you're a downer, please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you're depressed or sad or anything like that. No, baby, no. But because of the things that you have been through over the last 3 or 4 years, naturally you've learned quite a lot about so much, but you learned quite a lot about, like, you know, a lot about yourself as well. And that made you question quite a lot about a lot of things on the outside and a lots of things about yourself as well. But that only kind of slowed you down a little bit. But it brought you to this moment in time. You need to kind of let this negative energy go. And I'm not saying that you're negative, but I know that there is an element of you kind of maybe trying to do something, trying to start something, trying to begin something, but subconsciously you didn't even realize that you were actually slowing yourself down a little bit. So you have to establish this, what this is, how you're going to get rid of this, and how you can start thinking really optimistically, because it's to do with your future, with the next step and the next stage, but also with you realizing that the power all this time was within you. The power is within you, okay? No one is more powerful when it comes to you and when it comes to your spiritual journey. No one knows better than you know yourself. No one knows better yourself than you know yourself. So you see, the more you give a credit to yourself, the more successful you are going to be in this life. So something was bringing you down over the last 4 months and making you feel like really negative, making you feel like kind of maybe a little bit sad. And you know what? That was affecting you. Okay? It was affecting your energy. It was affecting your way of thinking, and that ultimately affects so many other ways, so many other things in your life as well. So you are going to be able to establish this, and you are going to be able to really cut this out of your life. So after this moment in time, you will be able to think optimistically, and this in itself, it's already, you know, like when you're thinking optimistically, you're creating very powerful energy. So it first starts in your mind, and then it reflects on everything else in your life. So this is why this is so important, and that in itself is going to help you to gain an insight, an important insight, you know, that there is some really amazing mind-blowing truth that it's actually going to come to you, and that is going to give you the opportunity to reevaluate kind of like evaluate like kind of certain old beliefs, you know, and things like that. And that in itself is going to be one step further towards your own truth, especially when it comes to finding new truths. And I say finding new truths because it's not only about, you know, on one hand, it's a lot to do with you, the way you feel, the way you desire, what you desire. This is going to be obvious, but also like a lots of truth that you're going to kind of be able to pick up and find out from the outside. It's also going to be mind-blowing moment in time for you, because it's going to motivate you like there is no tomorrow. When it comes to you making an important decision, this is all going to be contributing so much, because you will see that your own peace was affected, your own serenity was affected, and things like that. And then on another hand, you know, you are really gonna this is gonna help you so much, because you will see that also on another hand you felt for way too often like too frequently restrained. So this is gonna like really be positive for so many different parts of your life. But on another hand, you know, almost immediately there is gonna be like some kind of a family problem and some kind of family issue that you're gonna need to deal with as well. There is someone that needs your help. Again, I'm keep on seeing this, my gorgeous Leonie. Someone who is very close to you, someone who is very important to you, someone who is like your very close family member, someone who is like an amazing friend of yours. You know, someone is going to need your help. They're going through something very difficult. They're going through like a very difficult change, but also on another hand, I'm quite worried about that person, because I do maybe see just like some kind of addictions and some kind of weakness when it comes to the actual addictions. Or that person is like having some kind of addiction problems, or that person is kind of like at a really weak part of their life where they are kind of maybe they're being a little bit misled and misguided. And this is something that I need you to like really kind of pay attention to, because they are going through something very difficult, that particular person. and they're not coming out. They're not saying what it is. They're not explaining. I think that they're being really proud. Maybe something happened with their work. Maybe something happened with their job. Something disrupted this person's everyday life. And I need you to kind of like try to realize who this is and try to help them out. I repeat that this is someone who is very much so close to you, someone who is in your life, someone who's like a really amazing family member or like an amazing friend, somebody who means to you so much. And that in itself, you're gonna find really, really rewarding, because you will see that you have got the necessary experience and knowledge to deal with this situation, and that is gonna make you feel so good about yourself, because that person means to you so much. And surely very soon, and but most certainly very shortly, you are gonna be able to see the outcome of like your own kind of energy that you transferred on that person, because you will be able to see exactly what that person would have done if you haven't actually have had a word with them, or if you didn't actually talk to them. So this is someone who means to you so much, But on another hand, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Leonie, that this month also is just like it's this powerful influence. There is a powerful influence. The certain person is going to be so influential, and this is brilliant. That particular person who's going to influence you, it's also going to kind of motivate you to really kind of at a time when you feel a little bit of lack of strength, especially when it comes to the time when you just need to be very strong, at the time when you just need to kind of like really show as much strength as possible. So the time when you're going to feel just like a little bit weak, and this is going to be at around the 22nd, 23rd and 24th of July. The reason why you're going to feel a little bit weak, it's only because you are going to hear a certain news that is going to put you off a little bit, because something that you've been waiting for, it's going to just take an additional time. Something is going to take slightly longer, but this is to do with your home, this is to do with your family, this is to do with your planning, this is to do with your lifestyle, this is to do with things that are really personal to you, and it's going to affect you a little bit. Oh God, but you must not let that to take the better of you. I know it's easy for me to say, oh, be patient, but this is important to be patient, because sometimes in life, things go up and down, up and down, up and down. When we are up, we are happy. When we are down, we are sad. But then again, it's just a part of the normal process and progress in life. It's all about like how you kind of respond to things, and how you kind of like really, what do you do about certain things, the way you react and the way you act. It's always important to protect your energy, and just in order to be on top of things, just keep on being as optimistic as you possibly can. So this is something that I really need you to remember. When it comes to the actual nutrition and things like that, I know that you are going to have a sensitive bones, my gorgeous Leonie. Indeed, your whole skeleton is going to be quite sensitive. But also at the same time, I think it would be absolutely remarkable for you to actually boost your immune system. You need to take something like a natural vitamin D3 supplement whatsoever, because that in itself, it's gonna, oh my God, it's so much better. It's not just about boosting your immune system, but it's gonna make you feel so energized. It's basically also, it's fantastic when it comes to your skeleton, when it comes to your bones, and so many other bodily actions. So now this is something that I would really highly recommend you to get a natural vitamin D3 supplement, and also at the same time, purely because you're gonna feel your skin, hair and nails being quite sensitive throughout the months of July and August. That's why I also highly recommend you to get like a natural form of zinc. It's called zinc picolinate. It's a highly absorbable form of zinc, and it's absolutely natural, without any like a horrible ingredients, any like a fillers. It's without any soya, it's without any sugar, it's without any salt. It's absolutely without any like added chemicals whatsoever. Both of these supplements I decided to start like doing myself, because when I would go to get supplements for myself, I'm really into supplements. I have been like for a very, very very long time doing nutrition and things like that. So I just naturally just go and just read for like half an hour, do you know what I mean, to get the supplement that I want. And why do I read for half an hour in a health shop? But I just realized that every single supplement had like a really horrible ingredients in that are actually really bad for you. And these are like well-known health shops and things like that, you know. No, baby, no. So I decided to make my own brand with a high quality, exceptionally high quality ingredients, suitable for vegetarians, for vegans, suitable for everyone. And this is what I want to show you now, to get a natural vitamin D3 supplement and take this all the time alongside a natural zinc supplement. And this lovely combination is also going to be superb to actually get everything your body needs at this time, but also at the same time it's wonderfully going to boost your immune system. This is something that you should be taking all the time actually. And even if you're in the sun every single day, this is something I would still recommend you to take, like for example vitamin D3. These supplements, you can buy them, you know, the link is in the description below. You will be able to see where you can buy these supplements from my store. And what else I was going to say, if you're on any other medications, if you are pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether you know, this supplement can interact with your existing medications and things like that. So you need to check with your doctor or GP if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding. So now, my gorgeous Leonie, I'm gonna go on the very first date, the 7th of July. Looks like a big mama here. But before I go on the 7th of July, pay attention to what is going to be on the 1st of July, 2nd of July, and the 3rd of July. What is going to be on your mind is going to give you the actual clue how you can create a shortcut in your life nicely, beautifully at this moment in time. That is going to give you the actual clue what is going to be on your mind. Something is going to be on your mind persistently, and this in itself, it's also bringing you the key. By the time you get to the actual 13th of July, there is going to be very interesting sign that you are going to have, like really weird, bizarre, mind-blowing sign. It's going to be like you will know, like, oh my god, like you most certainly will be aware of the fact that there are other worlds around us, other dimensions, as you already are aware of, but this is gonna go on the whole next level. You're gonna see a very unusual, bizarre and strange sign, and only you will be able to see it, only you will be able to understand it. Trust me, it's going to be very interesting, but that sign, it's going to be a clear sign that this is something that it's actually really going to work out for you, and you will see exactly what I mean. And going back to the 7th of July, this is a very powerful number 7, and then it's 7th month of the year. Number 7, it's all about our spirituality, it's all about our angels, it's all about our spirit guides, and it's all about our own understanding, you know, of the world around us, you know, and things like that. And it's all about our very strong connection with our subconscious mind, where we are getting like so many signs. We feel like something is with us, like we feel this normally, but now it just feels really kind of very, very powerful. It goes on the next stage. So this is something you need to remember. But on another hand, the 7th of July, you know, this is all about the achievement in your life, your own achievement. It's gonna become evident here, and I'm so happy for you because you've been waiting for this. I know that this is gonna bring you so much happiness, this is gonna bring you so much optimism, but most importantly, you're gonna be thinking like, what's next? So don't be surprised when you're kind of like when you go into this explorative mode as well, especially in between the 7th and the 20th of July. It's all about you exploring. You're gonna feel like you want to explore a lot. You're gonna feel like certain feelings for the first time. You are gonna surprise yourself, but this is all the part of the progress, you know. So on the 7th of July, it's all about the achievement, and then the next stage of that, you're gonna be thinking, thinking, what's next? What's next? And that in itself, it's really kind of going to bring this such a wonderful, fresh thinking. And that in itself, it's really, on another hand, going to bring you a new idea. And I like this so much because that new idea, there is so much of curiosity that you are going to have. And then there are the latest news that you're going to become aware of. And then that in itself, it's even more kind of going to bring your ambition, drive, and focus, especially in the terms of the actual confidence. This is absolutely brilliant, because you will know in between the 7th of July and the 20th of July that your life is slowly but surely getting under your control. Big time, baby. There are some dates that you're going to become aware of in the near future, that are going to make you feel so good about yourself, but then again, this is just the beginning. And then on another hand, don't forget that on the 7th of July there is going to be a little bit of distraction as well. And the distraction that you are going to have, it's going to kind of confuse you a little bit, but please remember this distraction that you are going to have is the part of the whole thing, because it's going to yet again provide you with a certain informations, and it's going to provide you with a situation that you will be facing, but it's nothing to do with your life in particular, nothing to do with no one in your life, but you will be looking at the people maybe somewhere, and you will be thinking like, oh, I don't want to be like them, I don't want to be like that. There is nothing wrong to think like that and say this, because you will be thinking about something specific, you will be thinking about something that you kind of like maybe aware of, they're not aware of. However, it's all gonna kind of like create a little bit of distraction and confusion, and you must not let that take the better of you. Actually, you should just reflect on it in such a way where you can use this to your own advantage, at this moment in time. And that is going to really self-illuminate you, and it's going to bring a bit of a hermit mode, where you will kind of be by yourself. You will want to be by yourself because you're going to need to work something out. And then suddenly something is going to come to the surface in the form of the actual self-denial, and that is at that moment in time when that come into the surface, that moment of like self-denial, then that moment in time you are, without even realizing, about to start very, very important adventure, the adventure of your life, the adventure of your lifetime, the adventure of your lifetime. But then again, it's to do with like how you're going to know this. You're going to feel a very strong burst of the actual enthusiasm in between the 7th of July and the 20th of July. And then again, this is going to be repeated on the 26th of July. Very strong and powerful bursts of enthusiasm. And this is how you will know. And that enthusiasm you're going to feel purely because you're going to be focusing on this initiative. And it's to do with something new. It's to do with something new, slowly entering your life, but you will know like, oh my God, so many possibilities. It's more about the actual possibilities that you are going to get out of it, but you just need to stay on the path that you are currently on. This is what you need to remember. And on another hand, by the time you get to the actual 21st of July, this is the second important date. But before I go there, I would highly recommend you something which is going to help you to open yourself up. This is an emerald, brand new pendant. Look at how gorgeous these are. These are brand new pendants in my store, and this one is like this one is emerald. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it helps you to open yourself up. But it really specifically what it does, it increases psychic sensitivity, and that on another hand helps you to bring awareness of unknown to the actual conscious recognition. So it helps you to speed things up, especially when you're facing things and facing people, facing situations that you don't understand, you don't get on with, you know that there is something okay about them, you know that they're not evil, for example, but you just can't understand them. But it's like quite a lot at the back of your subconscious mind that can come out and help you out, in this situation. So this is what Emerald does. It just helps you to bring the subconscious out, but especially, with things that are really bothering bothering you, with things that you can't understand. So it helps you to heal yourself, but also to speed up the progress and process and the problems that you are actually facing. And emerald is something that you should be wearing, throughout July, August and September. And to be quite honest with you, it's just going to help you so much with your own awareness when you're facing like difficult people and situation. You kind of like maybe do things slightly differently when you wear this, because you're already prepared on something that you wouldn't be prepared otherwise. This gorgeous emerald comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. But buying things from my channel, my gorgeous Leonie, you're also supporting my channel as well, I have to say that. The 21st of July is the second date. Now listen to me very carefully. This is important. Listen, a lot is going to be going on. A lot is going to be happening. And you are going to be like kind of using a lot of your energy. But sometimes you need to also understand you're very powerful, you can go on forever, that's great, but you need to protect your energy, you need to protect your vibration. So, in order to protect your creativity. So the 21st of July is the time when you should actually really try to take a little break, try to recharge, because you are gonna clear your head, because this is all about an important recovery period, which is also going to bring you a wonderful healing into your own life, but it's going to help you with your own reflection, and it's most certainly going to help you to mentally prepare yourself for what is to come. And that in itself, it's important, because you are going to basically have a vision. After that, you're going to have a vision. You're going to see something that is going to mean to you so much. You're going to become so passionate about what you're going to see. But at the same time, it's all about your passion being ignited, and it's all about you after this recharge, just going for it, because it's about a powerful creative spark that you're going to feel, which is going to motivate you. But also at the same time, you are going to become aware of the fact that it is connected to a new endeavor, which is going to take place like in September and October quite a lot. It's got by September and October, this is already going to be a really big aspect of your life that is going to become very, very central point in so many different ways. But this is only the beginning. But the fact that this is going to be new endeavor, there is something that it's going to be putting you off. But because you are going to have a little recharge, you see, it's going to help you with your own mental awareness to realize that this is something that you should do, because it's all with the actual energized potential. And you also need to kind of really understand to be as open-minded as you can, and most importantly, to not overanalyze. The actual over-analyzing at the moment is your enemy. Actually, over-analyzing is never good, because we are just wasting our energy when we are over-analyzing. It's really good to kind of like really go with what your intuition and internal feeling is actually saying to you. So it's important not to overanalyze, and also it's very important to kind of consider another point of view. This is very interesting, but you are going to have a really interesting conversation with somebody who's very close to you and important to you, 2 or 3 people at the same time, and maybe it's going to be even one person, but on that day there are a few people who are going to cross your path, and there is someone that it's really going to kind of really tell you something, but you're going to feel like you will want to kind of refuse to consider another point of view. But you should really consider this point of view, because there is something that you're going to find out about yourself by this other point of view, and it's coming from someone who means to you, who is important to you, who you look up to, but you will still want to do things in your own way. But there is some kind of point of view that you're going to need to consider, because through that point of view there is something very specific that you're going to find out about yourself. So you need to understand this, because it's going to help you to kind of get yourself out of the stagnation period. good. And also the 21st of July, it's most importantly bringing you hope, optimism, and you are going to start looking forward to things to actually come. So I really like it, because you're going to feel emotionally restored and healed as well. By the time we get to the 27th of July, I would also recommend you to get absolutely gorgeous, look at that bracelet jasper, absolutely beautiful. Again, I'm crazy about the red crystals. I've got a weakness. They're so beautiful. And this one is bracelet jasper. It naturally contains hematite in, so it's a mind-blowing combination in itself, but it's very pretty as well. They call it a poppy jasper because it looks like, obviously it's got like a little poppies there. It's absolutely gorgeous, but it helps you like to be more passionate about life. It helps you to kind of re-energize yourself. It helps you to come out of yourself. It helps you to think optimistically, but then at the same time it brings peace, calm, and at the time of transformation it brings mental clarity and focus when you need it the most. This is something I highly recommend you as well, my gorgeous Leonis. You know, it brings you mental focus, it brings you clarity, you know, and that all helps out so much to protect your energy, but also to like kind of like enhance your own passion with things that your passion is needed. This comes with a gorgeous sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well, so thank you very much for that, my gorgeous Leone. The last date is going to be on the 27th of July. You need to remember this. Do not make a useless sacrifice. Do not make useless sacrifice. I know quite a lot. The change is going to be on your mind. Some kind of change is going to be on your mind, but this useless sacrifice is not a way. You need to see what this useless sacrifice is on the 27th of July 2022, because you must not do this whatsoever, you know, because trust me, by the time this useless sacrifice, it's just something that you don't need to do whatsoever. You know, it's almost like you will want to do this, but then your subconscious mind is telling you no. So you will be able to recognize this feeling, this vibration, you know, when this actually happens. So try to kind of see what this is. Like, you know, this is a useless sacrifice, but maybe you have been kind of like a push towards it. Maybe you will be you were like kind of pressurized towards it. Just kind of try to see what this is, you know. And also, on another hand, something is just gonna really influence you so beautifully after that moment in time, especially when it comes to the outside. There's some kind of outside influences that are going to kind of really come up, and these outside influences are going to help you so much to kind of make a decision when it comes to this contemplation that you're going to have. And it's all about the actual desires that you are going to realize. You know, recognition of ability, your own abilities are going to be really important moment in time here, because it's going to help you to kind of like avoid conflict. It's going to help you to avoid, you know, like maybe certain people dominate your life, you know. It's going to help you to avoid, like, you know, people with too dark thoughts and with a really negative energy, because you're still kind of like maybe you were listening to something where it's a constant downer, or maybe you were focusing on something which is a constant downer, and you need to come out of it. And I know that the 27th of July, it's actually going to be the time when you're completely going to do this, because what you're going to, these desires that you're going to realize on the 27th of July are really important. And a couple of days later, you will know about that useless sacrifice. You know what I mean? If you went for that useless sacrifice, that would have just really, oh God, you know, it would have affected your life in a really negative way. So you will have to catch up with so many things after, because maybe you didn't give enough importance to your own psychic feelings, to your own intuition, to your own guidance, and to your own subconscious mind. And you will see exactly what I mean. You know, these desires that you're going to recognize, you know, it's all about recognition of your own abilities. It's to do with the ideas, but it's also, see, did you hear this? It's important. So that's the 27th of July. Wee! You see what? Did you hear it? I hope you heard it. It's like a siren from the outside. So this in itself, it's really important. I don't know. Things are moving around me. Things are moving around me. Hello, darling. Yeah. So anyway, so basically, this is really important. These ideas that you're gonna realize that they're immediately going to make you feel very active, very determined, and it's to do with your own experience. science. It's to do with the things that you're very proficient with, you know. And it's also an important time to be as analytical as you possibly can. Just remember this. So now, my gorgeous Leone, I'm just going to see briefly what's going to happen in the first part of July, mid part of July, and the last part of July. The first part of July, you know what? It's all about the new beginning. You have to be optimistic. You have to be open-minded. And remember, this is the whole month of July and August. It's all about the new beginning, okay? But it's all entirely down to you. You have to step into the journey without fear, and the time is absolutely now. By the time you get to the mid part of July, this is all about your own transformation. You need to understand that the actual cycle has completed itself and is ready to regenerate, okay? So this is bringing a rather profound change into your life indeed. The last part of July, it's all about the actual grounding, but also understanding the importance of standing up forcefully for what you believe. Just remember this, okay? Your strength and intelligence will get you through, okay? Just remember this. When it comes to those of you in relationship, like, I like this so much because you both have been going through some kind of pressure because, you know, especially over the last like about 12 months, you know, the certain plans changed, and this affected both of you because it did put you in a little bit of a limbo. But on another hand, it just like kind of like, it really kind of like slowed you down, and it just left you in the middle of like kind of nowhere. Do you know what I mean? So now that created some kind of like excessive pressures in your life. So that I can see that it's all about very good news when it comes to the actual materialistic gain. There you go. It's all about materialistic gain. It's all about the finances. It's all about feeling very solid, and you will know that this is all you need in order to make the necessary step. That in itself, there is going to be good news about your finances and financial situation as the couple, and this in itself, it's everything. It's going to give you everything you need. So it's all about the financial situation, and it's all about you too. It's down to you when you're going to make that step. The sooner you do it, the better it's going to be, okay? So now, when it comes to those of you who are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Leone, do you know what? I think that slowly someone is like about to walk into your life, you know, and it's gonna happen at a time when you're gonna feel so happy. At around the 21st of July, there is gonna be an important message that you're gonna have, and it's not only about the message, but this is something that you're gonna realize yourself. Something that, you know, the 21st of July is gonna be big mama when it comes to you just realizing, my God, you know, the life is gonna start changing. You know, I know it, I feel it, I can tell, you know, and it's important for you to remember this, because that moment in time, on one hand, you're gonna realize that maybe you fancied someone, and then suddenly you liked someone. For those of you who are single, you know, you liked someone, and then suddenly that change is going to help you to reflect differently on things, and you will see that suddenly you don't like or you don't fancy someone that you used to fancy, but this was someone that was on your mind, that was draining your energy quite a lot. But this element is important because you just release yourself at the same time. Why am I saying this to you? I will explain. And then you are really naturally, when you become aware of that, like ultimate change and things like that, there is like a very kind of like the specific goal. It's going to become absolutely obvious, you know, you doing more towards something very, very specific, and that in itself is going to require from you to go to the place like somewhere where you haven't been in a long time. It's like maybe the place of social gathering, you know, or maybe somewhere where you're going to go and work out, or maybe you're going to go somewhere out, or maybe you're going to go somewhere to the restaurant. It's somewhere you used to go, but you didn't go for a while. So that in itself is going to help you to reconnect yourself with yourself again, and it's going to point you towards the right direction where someone is really going to kind of like come to you, someone who you're really going to inspire so much, someone who is really going to make such a positive change to your life. You see, slowly but surely this person is going to come in, and it's not even going to be that long indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Leone, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Leone. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.